And I want to thank all of you very much for being here. Welcome to the White House, and we proudly celebrate Black History Month. How are you, darling? Today we pay tribute to the generations of Black legends, champions, warriors, and patriots who helped drive our country forward to greatness. And you really are great people. What a great, nice group of...
On Donald Trump making a mockery of Black History Month at the White House.
I want to be mad. I want to be surprised, but I'm not at the turnout of all those Black people who decided to travel to Washington, D.C. and go to the White House for what was called a celebration of Black History Month. I mean, I don't even need to get into all the things that Trump has done since he's been into office that have taken away from Black people, or the way that he tries to erase their history, our history. But it's really interesting how quickly either we are to forget or to ignore when when a shiny object is placed in front of us. I mean, with this celebration, and I'm using air quotes for those who are listening, somehow Trump managed to celebrate and undermine Black history at the same time.
Rachel Lindsay, co-host of Higher Learning, did not fall for it, and neither should you.
As we're dealing with anti-DEI, anti-woke efforts, we understand this administration is thinking about celebrating Black History Month. Have you got any word on that? Anything that you can offer to us?
As far as I know, this White House certainly still intends to celebrate, and we will continue to celebrate American history and the contributions that all Americans, regardless of race, religion, or creed, have made to our great country, and America is back. Christian Dayton.
Thanks, Caroline.
You're gonna celebrate the contributions and the accomplishments that all Americans have made during Black History Month? All history matters, Caroline Levitt.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Jesse.
You know, if he's out there and he's saying that he cares about Black history, it certainly doesn't seem like he cares about Black present, right? Doesn't seem like he cares about us right now, because the administration is doing everything they can to connect Blackness to incompetence,
right?
Which is a very dangerous thing to do, right? We just saw the firing of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, then the nomination of a chairman who seems to have, of a replacement, should I say, who seems to have significantly less accomplishments than the guy before. He hasn't been in a combatant command, should I say. So it seems as if, obviously, loyalism to President Trump is the most paramount thing to all of the positions that he's filling in the federal government. But also, it seems to be that there's no way. We've created a paradigm, and we've talked about it on the podcast before. We've created a paradigm where if you are a Black or if you are a woman, particularly if you're a Black, then your qualifications are in question almost at all times. So within the first month of his presidency, Trump has done wonders to erode America's faith in the leadership and potential of Black people.
Once again, if you are not listening to the show, you must. Links will be in the description box below. Van and Rachel are proving time and again how important their voices are in such divisive times as these.
How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration. He chose, I never met John Lewis, actually, I don't believe.
Do you find him impressive?
I can't say one way or the other. I find a lot of people impressive. I find many people not impressive, but I didn't go.
Do you find his story impressive?
He didn't come to my inauguration. He didn't come to my State of the Union speeches, and that's okay, that's his right. And again, nobody has done more for Black Americans than I have.
Blasphemous, of course. Let Van Lathan go over why this is so incredibly hypocritical.
So, people there that are celebrating Trump didn't even, we're talking about Black history, Trump didn't go to John Lewis's funeral. So it seems as if, once again, Trump would be in a situation or be at a place where he would stand in front of fawning Black people and tell them how important their history is. But when it comes time to actually be in a situation where you recognize Black history, which would be to attend the funeral and pay respects to a gentleman like John Lewis, who literally devoted his life, is literally walking, breathing, living, and eternally Black history. I know that the man died, that Trump didn't feel it was, important to do that because of political differences that, John Lewis might have had with him.
Bingo, spot on. And in these times we're living in, with a downpour of negative news, this is great memory to add into the folder of Donald Trump does not care about Black folks.
We're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue for men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was, Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, he's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad. And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant. And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry. During Black History Month, we pay tribute to these heroes and to so many others, but not simply because they're Black heroes, but also because they are truly American heroes who inspire all of us, very much so.
They also touch on this.
We have to use the term celebrating history, Black history, loosely as well, because within this speech that he was giving in front of all these Black people, he talks about 1619 and the fact that he doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't acknowledge the history of Black people if we really want to get into it. And he tried to replace the 1619 project with the 1776 commission. So he's not even acknowledging it all. He's doing it in the way that he wants to. He's basically cherry-picking his favorite Black people and placing them in a garden. Proposed garden.
Another fair point by Lindsay.
A lot of times they want to say, well, the policies. I was like, yeah, he's canceling Black history, but he's inviting hundreds of Black people to the White House for Black History Month to celebrate it. So
one of the folks who went to the Trump White House, that would be former NFL player Marcellus Wiley.
I can't object to the statues of people being built and all of that stuff right there. But what I can say is this is empty. Trump is, sure. Yeah, it's empty, right? He's the gilded president. He'll literally say, I'll build you a statue while taking away your rights and actually obliterating your history, leading initiatives all over the country to outlaw the teaching of your history. Like, I'm sorry. If you were in that room, you are the example of a good. You are, because Trump wants good around him so that the actuality of Black history, of Black achievement, of the systemic things that Black people have to overcome, that those things are muted and erased. And the people that are smiling with him in those photos, unfortunately, a lot of whom I know, to me, are empowering that.
For more from Lathan and Rachel Lindsay, check out their show in video form at youtube.com/@higherlearning, their audio version on Spotify, and short form on TikTok. Great stuff as always from these two, courtesy of The Ringer.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.